Hello Internet! Hopefully this video will prevent you from losing your hard-earned money. I think we might have a scam artist on our hands here. After lots of research on the internet, it would appear that Rolland Elliott has been ripping off his customers and his employees using many different business names for almost 2 decades. Rolland has one of the worst reputations of anyone I have ever found on the internet, short of criminals currently locked up in prison. I'm not going to go over all the horror stories I found on the internet. I'm going to leave the links in the description and leave that up to you. But I'm going to tell you my story. You may ask yourself at the end of this video, why is he not also in prison? That's a great question. My experience with this seemingly soft-spoken middle-aged man began with the purchase of a photo booth kiosk, totaling nearly $4,000. At first, communication was great. He even called me on the phone to follow up with my internet order. But I should have noticed something strange right off the bat. He asked that I cancel the online auction I won and purchase from him directly. This would have stripped me of any buyer protection that I had.
My name is Elliot. I sold you guys a mirror photo booth. I'm very happy about that. There is one thing I wanted to talk over with you.
Okay.
It's going to take about 2-3 weeks to make this. I want to make sure that you knew that up front. And the other thing is the fees were a lot higher than I thought they were going to be. They're like 10% instead of, I thought they were going to be like 5%. I could save you some money on the, I could save some money and I could pass along that savings if we canceled the and did it through my website.
Luckily, I declined his offer. This is when things went south. The original purchase still stood. I was supposed to receive my item in 3 weeks, but never did. So after 4 weeks, I emailed Rolland. Several days later, he emailed me back and said he was behind and he would put it in the mail in a couple of days. I waited, and I waited. Now on week 5, I called Rolland back and asked for a tracking number. He explained once again that he was behind. This time, he guaranteed I would have it in a week. I guess his other offers weren't necessarily guarantees.
Yeah, I apologize. I have been swamped lately. I had a worker had to move, and I am looking to hire someone else to get me caught back up. But I'm hoping to get this shipped out next week. If you want a refund, we can process that. If you want to wait until I can ship it out next week, then I can do that as well. If you want to give us 1 week, I can guarantee it will ship out. If you want a refund, I can do that as well.
Little did I know, this was a very common tactic he used with many other customers. 2 more weeks pass, and we still don't have our product. And at this point, if you're wondering, why did we just not cancel the order in the first place? Well, the item we ordered was fairly unique and priced very fairly. So there really wasn't another option unless we wanted to spend a lot more money. After speaking with my business partner, we decided to accept that refund. Because at this point, we started to feel like something was a little sketchy and his business practices weren't exactly that great. Keep in mind, at this point, we had no idea this guy had a history of this type of behavior. If we knew, we would have never ordered in the first place. So once again, I reached out to Rolland and explained we wanted a refund. He agreed.
Okay, that's fine. I'll go ahead and cancel it for you.
After a few more days passed and I still hadn't received a refund, I decided to call Rolland again.
I already refunded it through. I did it yesterday. I'll have to check and see why it's not clearing.
Okay.
Maybe it's because it's a loan. I don't know. I thought this was a loan to begin with, wasn't it? So how are you going to get money back from a loan?
We purchased the photo booth with a 6-month interest-free line of credit. And for some reason, he thinks just because I'm on the hook for a loan and already made payments for it, it doesn't matter. We decided to call the auction company to see if he actually refunded our money.
Thank you for calling. The seller responded and they told you that it is already refunded, and as I confirmed here that there were no refund that was processed into your account. Let me just check some other information, okay? Bear with me.
After being lied to for nearly 8 weeks and not getting my refund like he said, I decided to dig a little bit deeper. I found that the company I purchased the photo booth from, Fireworks Photo Booths, also went by other names. After a simple Google search, I found dozens upon dozens of pages with negative comments about this man and his different business names dating back to 2002. Luckily, using the payment method that I chose, I will most likely still be refunded. As of right now, I have not been. They say it could be about a 30-day process. It would appear, no matter what business path he takes, there's a pattern. Not delivering products, not responding to customers, and not paying his employees. He even managed to make the Dirty Dozens list of the Better Business Bureau and has had several complaints filed against him with the state. I had a chance to speak with some of his previous unhappy customers. They have alleged to have lost thousands of dollars. Some claim to have never even have received their wedding photos. Others are just going to chalk it up to a loss from a thief. So this begs the question, if he's ripped off this many people, why has some sort of law enforcement not intervened before now? Now, I'm no lawyer, but it would appear that he's breaking several state laws and federal laws, being that he's using the internet and the U.S. Postal Service. One unhappy customer is trying to start a class action lawsuit against Rolland. I hope this video will help you make a better decision when doing business on the internet with this man or any of his companies and prevent you from losing money like so many others. If you've been ripped off by him, please leave a comment below. You should also tell your story to the authorities. Although I hope I will be refunded, I know many others will not be. You can find links down below to all of the negative comments I could find on the internet. I'm sure there's more. Just remember, be safe and make smart purchases.